Today I'm diving deep into the 2025 rookie sleeper class, the under-the-radar guys who aren't on magazine covers or screaming across your draft board. Yet. Let's kick things off with a rocket in cleats. Bashal Tutin, running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Drafted in the 4th round, pick 104. Tutin is the closest thing this class has to Devon Achane 2.0. He clocked a 4.3 240, and not at 180 pounds, he did it at 206. That's elite burst with real NFL size. But the real juice here isn't just the speed, it's the opportunity. New Jags head coach Liam Cohen has reportedly been shopping Travis Etienne. Yeah, the guy you took in round 2 last year, he's on the trade block. In 2024, Etienne's usage was already trending down. He was relegated to a change of pace role, and guess what? That exact role now might belong to Tutin. If Etienne gets moved or misses time and Tutin takes over that job, top 15 running back upside, especially in PPR. He's a weapon in the passing game, he's explosive, and will cost you next to nothing in drafts. Mark him down as a must-target sleeper in your rookie drafts. Next up, let's talk about Dylan Sampson, running back for the Cleveland Browns, drafted 124th overall in the 4th round. Now, I'll admit this one stings a little. I was really high on Sampson as a prospect. Love the tape, quick feet, slippery through the line, natural hands. Thought he'd be a steal somewhere with a clean depth chart. But then he landed with the Browns, who also drafted running back Quinshon Judkins early on day 2. But, and it's a big but, this is still a great landing spot for a running back. The Browns are built to run. They have a top-tier offensive line and quarterbacks who aren't afraid to check the ball down. So let me give you 2 scenarios. Scenario 1, the backfield becomes a 50-50 timeshare and both Judkins and Sampson have value. Or scenario 2, Sampson just looks better in camp than Judkins and takes over by mid-season. Either way, if you're taking late shots at running backs with value, Sampson is a strong pick. All right, let's talk wide receivers. First up, Jalen Royals, drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs at pick 133 in the 4th round. Now I know what you're thinking. Chiefs wide receiver, haven't we played this game before? Yeah, and sometimes it does end in heartbreak. But Royals is a little different. He's a ball-in-hand weapon, twitchy, creative, slippery after the catch. Think more Kadarius Toney without the injury history or the off-the-field nonsense. But here's the real kicker. Rashee Rice is recovering from a major knee injury, and we don't know when he'll be back or if he'll be anywhere near what he was. That opens the door wide for someone like Royals to get schemed into this offense early, especially in the slot or on gadget plays. You can almost hear Andy Reid rubbing his hands together already. Fantasy-wise, you're taking him at the end of the drafts, no pressure, but if he starts strong, you might get this year's Zay Flowers at a discount. Next up, Alec Ayamanor, wide receiver, Tennessee Titans, drafted 136th overall. Now this guy had day 2 buzz before the draft, great size, good speed, and a knack for making big plays. So when he slipped to the 4th, it raised some eyebrows. But I'm not complaining because he landed in a sneaky great spot. The Titans finally upgraded at QB with Cam Ward, and their pass-catching group behind Calvin Ridley is paper thin. Now, Ayamanor is not going to get you 10 targets a game, but what he can do is hit for 70 yards and a touchdown on just 3 to 4 targets. In best ball or deep leagues, that's gold. He's not a PPR volume guy, but if you're hunting for weekly upside, especially during bye weeks, Ayamanor is the perfect wide receiver to have at the end of your bench. Let's stick with the Titans for a minute and talk tight end Gunnar Helm, pick 120. Look, I like Chig Okonkwo as much as the next guy, but the reality is he's basically done nothing since flashing as a rookie. And with a new QB in Cam Ward and new weapons around, looks like Tennessee might be turning the page. Inner Helm, big, reliable hands, clean route running, and most importantly, rookie QBs love tight ends. Why? Because they're big security blankets over the middle of the field when pressure hits. Helm didn't get a lot of hype before the draft, but he checks every box for a fantasy breakout if he gets the snaps. He's a great tight end 2 flyer, especially in your tight end premium leagues. Now let's talk about a tight end who shouldn't be a sleeper, but somehow is. Mason Taylor, New York Jets, drafted 42nd overall. That's 2nd round draft capital. But all the love is going to guys like Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland. Yet Taylor's landing spot is quietly better than those guys. Sure, it's Justin Fields, but he's shown a willingness to throw to his tight ends, and the Jets have nobody behind Garrett Wilson. Taylor can see more targets in this offense than both Loveland and Warren see in their offenses. And if things break right, he could be one of the better tight ends in this class. If you're in Dynasty or even redraft, do not sleep on Taylor. He's got the potential to be an immediate impact player. All right, let's talk about one of my favorite sleeper wide receivers in the entire class, Torrey Horton, Seattle Seahawks, 5th round pick 166 overall. This is a slot wide receiver who's a big slot wide receiver. 6'3", 197 pounds. He dominates the short and intermediate areas of the field, and the fit might just be perfect because there's a good chance Cooper Kupp is completely cooked. With Jackson Smith-Njigba likely moving to the outside in this offense, that means there is a role here for Horton to be the slot wide receiver. And if Horton takes over that slot role by midseason, you're looking at an Amon-Ra St. Brown light type of player. In PPR leagues, that's money. He's not flashy, but he's productive, he's reliable, and he could be a weekly flex machine in your PPR leagues. Last one, Devin Neal, running back, New Orleans Saints. 6th round, pick 184. Neal is a 3-down back with size, pass-catching ability, and underrated vision. And he's basically the anti-Kendre Miller. Reliable, durable, and coachable. Speaking of Kendre Miller, I think we might need to admit it might not happen. This guy is either injured or in the doghouse. And while Alvin Kamara is still doing his thing, he is getting older and starting to show wear. Neal's path to playing time is pretty simple. Beat out Kendre Miller, back up Alvin Kamara, and wait. If Kamara goes down, Neal could be a 15 touch per week guy. And at running back in fantasy, when you're drafting him this late, that's all you need for value. Those are your 2025 rookie sleepers, but if you missed my other videos breaking down the rookies and the vets who won and lost the NFL draft, you can find out everything you need to know in this playlist right here.